Welcome to the Oak and Lamb YouTube channel. My name is Becca Oaks. I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. We are trying to go live here. Let me see if we are live over here on the page. It does appear that way. Okay, so I'm at home today. I am by myself, so give me a few seconds to get everything regulated. Also, I thought very naively that my head would be included in that shot. Not so much. Let me move it here for you. This is why I need Anna or Rachel in my life. Anyway, I'm going to talk for just a few minutes while we get started. We are in full-fledged softball mode here in East Tennessee. I don't know how, does it start this early for everybody? We had our first tournament the 1st of March. Anyway, and one thing, we have 8U, which are 8 and 9-year-olds, and one thing that we've discovered this season particularly is that our girls are very timid and nervous. Like in practice, they're fine, they cut up, they have a great time, but when we get to tournament time, they're just like so afraid to make mistakes that they tense up, and it just seems like they're not able to have as good of a time because of that. So one thing our team Nana decided that we should do is this fun TikTok trend that's shown where you take, is it buffering for everyone else like it is for me at the moment? Let me get just a few minutes here. Let me see if it's my playback speed, or not my playback speed, that I'm having issues with. Hello. Okay. I think it is catching up. Okay. So it's a TikTok trend where you take little clothespins and you just put encouraging messages on them, whether it is go, you've got this, you're amazing, smile, Jesus loves you, any sort of encouragement at all. And then the girls take them and randomly will clip them to softball bags of their teammates, of players that they have played against. In our community, we have friends that are on other teams, maybe aren't ours. They go and find the friend's bag, and you can make it publicly known that you're doing it, or it can just be sneaky, just to give some encouragement. And I really loved this. And so Team Nana distributed a ton of them to all of the girls. They all put them together, brought them to the tournament, except for one child, and that child would be mine. In my defense, I was given these on a Thursday night. And then Friday, I don't remember what happened, but Friday night, before tournaments, you spend the whole entire, I ended up having to make decals for all the girls' helmets because of a memorial type thing to a papa. All these different things. Anyway, my kid did not get them done. So I thought because I messed up and did not get them finished, maybe I should try to make them really amazing. And when we get home, Fallon will do some of these too. So I have gotten some cute little ideas. So these are some of the ones that got put on, I don't know if it was my hat or my bag or Fallon's bag or what, but the girls have just painted them, taken a Sharpie, or written names on, or written words on them, glued some stuff to them, super cute. I mean, some of the girls even just took a pen and wrote on them and didn't go all out, and that was totally fun. But the other thing is, here in East Tennessee, everybody's taking TCAP, so standardized testing at the moment. And Fallon came home with this really cute little crocheted mini potato. It's called a positive potato. And it says, I may be a tiny potato, but I believe in you. Go do your thing. And I thought it was so stinking cute. One of Fallon's little friends from school gave all of her classmates one. And I thought these clips, taking them to school and putting them on kids' backpacks, not just during TCAP time, but, throughout the year when, if you have a friend who seems like they need some encouragement or something like that, that would be really fun. So what I have done is found like this mini backpack, the little tiny ones that are keychains or whatnot. And I'm having her put that on her school bag or her softball bag, but I could also do it on her school bag. And then we're just going to put some of these in that. So whenever the need arises, we take them out, we have them readily available, and we're going to put them on there. So That's what we're doing today. We're making some random act of kindness type clips. I went to, also really quickly, went to Hobby Lobby today, and I was hell bent on buying a Cricut Joy Extra because I have used my Cricut so much more here than I thought, especially since the studio is still being, well, above the studio. It's not available at the moment. Anyway, and so my local craft store finally had one in stock. They only had one. I went and grabbed it, and when they rung it up, I got it for $117. I have no idea. It's supposed to be $179. I was super excited. I came home. I put all my stuff together. I set this up. I tried to connect via Bluetooth, and for whatever reason, I'm not able to do that. And for the sake of time, I decided I would deal with it later, and I just printed the sheet, and then I am going to be cutting these out with my paper cutter. It's not a big deal. Ideally, my Cricut would have done a good print and cut. So I have sticker paper where I've done this. This is just because I don't feel like writing all of this out. And then like on this one, I took the girls' softball colors and their logo and am putting together a cute something for that. But I also have beads. I thought beads would be really cute. I don't know what you can see yet. You can see this. I got some beads. So I got some of the bigger colored beads that have the letters on it. So if you don't have a Cricut, if you don't have print and cut, if you just want this to be really quick, or the kids want to be more hands-on, then they can spell out words with the letters here. And then I also found some like little crowns, and these were a bead of some sort, and I just cut the back off. It's supposed to be like a charm. Found these little rainbows. Hobby Lobby had all of their stuff like this half off today. Then I got this whole entire thing of alphabet beads because I feel like I can always use those. And then I got a bunch of these. I just put them all in this container here. But there's a pack of like multicolored crosses that I thought would be cute to put on some. I made a little sticker that says Jesus loves you, and I thought that would be cute with it. And then there's a pack of, these are so cute. I'm obsessed with dinosaurs for boys and girls. And there's so many different ones, cute different colors. And I thought I could glue one of those on there with a little sticker that says you are roarsome, right? Different things like that. So I also found these rhinestones, and I got them in the girls' softball colors, so we're going to be using that. But the thing that I'm most excited about today, and I bought these a little bit ago and I've never used them, are these acrylic markers. Have you all seen these before? They are, the Master's Touch acrylic markers, and I thought that these would be similar to all the other acrylic markers that I have used, all the other paint pens that I have used, in that you have to shake them up, you have to prime the tip, the paint comes out and then you go for it. These are not that way, and I am officially obsessed. I need to look to see if there are the smaller millimeter brush tips, to see if there are more colors and whatnot, but I haven't had time to do that. Look at this. I'm going to pick a color that I've never actually used. I've never used this one. You just open it right up. You can see the end is already ready. And then you're ready to paint. You can paint the whole thing. It comes out so easily. I mean, and it has that fine point. If you need to do like some lettering or something like that, you could do that. I think if I were doing a lot of itty bitty lettering, I would want something a little bit more fine point, like or a smaller marker or something like that. But look how pigmented that is and how quick that was. I am in love with these. In fact, I may donate my other ones to somebody else because these are so phenomenal. Really quickly, I'm going to put another coat on this. I'm trying to make a softball yellowy green color. This is actually decently close now. So I'm layering paint colors at the moment. It's more pastel than it needs to be, but the girls will get the idea. And then I was going to do some softball laces. There we go. So let's get started. I have my hot glue gun here, and we're just going to hot glue stuff on, paint on, and have a fun little time with you all. Happy Tuesday, Lorraine. Hi. Hi, Christina. Hi, Megan. Hi, everyone that is here with us. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut these. I'm hoping that I got all these lined up well. Let's see. I might need to hand cut these just in case I didn't line them up. But if you're smart, you'll line them up and put them on. Okay. Ana is not here with me today, for those of you who don't know. Chappie has been, you guys can be praying for him. He has been having some serious belly issues. He's had diarrhea for almost, it's over 4 weeks now. And we're not talking just like a small amount or every once in a while. It's like every single day. I know one day she changed like 7 diapers. So she had a stool sample, took it in to see if he had like C. diff or some sort of bacteria, something that was causing these. Those came back negative. So she is taking him today to a GI doctor. And gonna see what they say. I have a bad feeling, because I've dealt with it before, that we have an allergy issue, which is horribly sad because the kid eats 2 food groups. That is dairy and sugar. And I'm afraid dairy is the issue. So if that is true, her poor life is about to get really interesting. I mean, obviously there are all sorts of amazing alternatives, but for a child who is very, very specific about what he wants, it could be challenging. Where are the markers from? These are, I got them from Hobby Lobby, but they are Master's Touch. So I don't know what other companies sell or what other stores sell that brand, but I know you can get it online too. So if you don't have a Hobby Lobby around you, check out Master's Touch. Good morning, RJ. What you making? Lorraine, I am making some, have you seen the TikTok trend with the clips where specifically sports teams are going around and they're making like little inspirational random act of kindness type clips that they clip onto other athletes' bags just to give them some inspiration, give them a little pep, a little positivity, and share kindness. And Fallon's team did these and distributed them last tournament. And because I'm a mom of 4 who is barely surviving at the moment, I didn't get hers done. So that's what I'm currently doing. And she will also do them when she gets home. But I just wanted to share them with you. So all I've done so far is taken a acrylic marker and painted the end there. And then I've just taken printable vinyl and made a print and cut sticker. However, my brand new Cricut is not wanting to connect to my machine or connect to my computer. So I just hand cut them out, which is fine since it's an easy. Look how cute that already is. I mean, I could leave it just like that and not do anything. I hope this is actually focusing on this. I can relate. My 5-year-old is having an endoscopy on. She is having tummy issues. All the labs are coming back normal except celiac. Hopefully Chappie is all right. Yes. Beckett also had endoscopy things. Fallon had, which she's also having tummy issues again, and I'm afraid they're going to have to pull her milk from her diet again. We did milk and egg before, but I think it's milk that has the biggest impact on her, so I'm going to start with milk, see if that has an impact at all, and then if we have to remove egg, we can do that. Kind of go there. I'm telling you what, I thought she had totally outgrown it, and she hadn't really had any issues. But the last little bit, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I feel like I'm gonna throw up, and she's having poo issues and all that fun stuff too. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my amazing little hot glue gun and some reverse tweezers here. Wait till after Easter. Yeah, I should. She said, so I'm not gonna be able to eat anything. I was like, Fallon, do you want to eat all the things and have an upset stomach, or do you want to feel better? Like, this is not because I don't want you to enjoy your life and have fun and all the things. This is because I want you to stop being in pain. But she takes it so personally. It's very interesting. Anyway, I got red, blue, and just regular gemstone color, but I don't know if they're all going to fit. So I'm just going to test it out here first. I'll see what happens. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute. So cute. Yeah. That's good. That's going to be good. Okay, so I was going to use the reverse tweezers, but I don't think they're actually going to work because I need them to be like this from the top, and it's difficult to keep them from like over squishing and shooting the gemstone out, if that makes sense. So I'll just hopefully grab these. Teeny tiny little dab of glue. I think I'm just actually going to leave my glue gun right here on the stand and let it just shoot out a little drop here and there. That works. Ah, maybe not. The reverse tweezers are the way to go. I'm just going to have to finagle it. Little bitty tiny drop. And I even thought, I mean, you could paint these, add glitter to them. At one point, I thought I would be super ambitious and even take like resin, UV resin, and kind of coat over my hands are shaking like a leaf. It's so weird. Coat over some of the stuff so that it stays on there really well. And then I was like, this is above and beyond. It's ridiculous, really. Sometimes I have to just say to myself, Becca, nobody cares that much, or nobody will notice those details, or you're being extra and ridiculous. And sometimes I just let myself be that way. Look how cute that is already. That one's done. I'm done with that one. So stinking cute. I'll do some close-ups later. Okay, so I've done that one. I also want to do, I'm going to just do one of all of them while we're chatting. That'll be fun. Cut this out here. This is the Jesus Loves You one. And I just did black with white because I really wanted it to pop. I wanted the words to pop out and not be difficult to read on this one. Also, the colors of the crosses, I'm not a huge primary color fan, and the colors of the crosses that were available are all pretty much primary. And in order to match the feel of those, I was going to have to use a primary color as the background. I just wasn't feeling that. Okay. I guess I should have chosen what color cross I wanted to use first. I'll do blue because Dawn's favorite color is blue. So she would probably want blue. Okay, so let me get one that I haven't painted, and we'll paint it in just a minute. But you don't have to paint these. I mean, I could stick this right on here like this, or even this way, which I probably will, and not paint it. But because those acrylic pens are so stinking easy, I thought, why not? We'll go ahead and do it. And they dry really quick because it's a thinner application of paint, which is nice. Okay, so we're going to do blue. What color? My hands are so shaky. This is so weird. I just ate. What color should we go with the blue? It needs to pop well. That green didn't pop really well. Let's do this purpley color, this lavendery color. Just paint this right here. Oh, I could also do black. Would that pop? Let's do black. Sorry. This is the creative process, right? So, do you all have Easter plans? What are your traditions for Easter? We don't really have weekend plans that are traditions as far as like egg hunts on Saturday or Friday or anything like that. But Sunday, we'll be going and having a huge week. We have this family group that we call the Prossers, which is Price's, Moss, and Myers. And my parents and the parents of the other two families have been friends since the 70s. And well, the Mosses were a little bit later, but anyway, since the 70s. And we've all sort of grown up together. We've always been together. My brother actually married one of the daughters of the Prices, one of the Price daughters married one of the sons of the Moss. Like, it's just like we're all connected. It's so crazy. And all of us have fostered and adopted. And so it's just, you know, all brought us all together and all that fun stuff. Just going to hot glue this guy on here too. And so at Easter, we all get together. I'm trying to figure out how many of us there are now. I know there are 29ers, and I think we're close to 50, I think, if not more. Anyway, so we'll go to the farm and we'll do a nice little egg hunt and eat and all the fun stuff. This hot glue is not wanting to stick because I didn't let the paint dry enough. So make sure you do that. There we go. Just like that. So cute, right? It's just one tiny little embellishment that is so fun. Let me do, what do I want to do now? Let's do this crown. And let me get this out here. Some of these letters. Actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to paint this and let it dry, and then I'll do another stickered one while that dries so that I don't have the same issue with it coming up. First, I wanted it to say slay, like slay girl, you know? Is that a thing still? I don't know. If I said it to Fallon, she would probably cringe, which means I'm doing right as a parent, right? So slay, and then this. Okay, so I picked those colors out, and now I've got to decide what color I want it to go with. Is this the color that I chose earlier? Because that does not look like that to me. Look at that. It doesn't look the same, does it? This looks more sage, and this is more teal. That's interesting as I throw it. Becky, you look like a school teacher with your glasses. So adorable. Thank you. It's my librarian. No, I'm joking. I actually do like this color, so I'm going to just extend this color out here onto this. Yes, so I've gotten contacts. I wear my contacts a whole lot, but they are not progressive, so they don't, or like bifocal-ish. I know with most bifocals, if you're correcting with lenses, you do like one far away, one close, that type of thing. For whatever reason, my optometrist did not want to do that for me, and so he just put me in a standard contact, and it does okay, but this is much better. Also, I just got these from Warby Parker, and I absolutely love them. They fit really, really well, so I want to wear them. Okay, let's do the You Are Rarsome. Fallon will probably be like, what does that mean? My daughter is so stinking smart, and anytime I do something funny like this, she likes to act like she has no idea what I'm talking about to try to make me feel like an idiot. Love her adorable heart. Okay, while I'm on here with you all, because I have so many amazing moms on here, I need mom advice. And this, I do not ask for advice a lot when it comes to parenting, primarily because there's so many different ways to parent, and a lot of times I just don't want to hear it, but I do need your advice. Baby number 4, my amazing little phenomenal Pearson, who is the light of my life, apple of my eye, best baby in the world in some aspects, has stumped me. He headstrong baby. No big deal. I'm headstrong. Fallon's headstrong. This is not something that I have not dealt with before. However, the problem has become, sorry, I'm trying to get this on really straight while I shake. He has big emotions, and we are expressing our big emotions by screaming, throwing fits, throwing ourselves on the ground. Again, whatever. I've never really had a kid that did that. But the other thing that he is doing more now than even he was is he has started hitting me mostly. He would always headbutt, like even super, super early on. He would headbutt and was just like, he gets hyper emotional when he is upset about wanting something or whatnot. Now we've taught him sign language, so he knows like please and more and drink and thank you and all done and things like that. So he's able to communicate a little bit. And I am aware that they throw their fits and that they hit and stuff because they are frustrated and don't have the means of communication to tell you. However, I just need to know that I'm dealing with this in a constructive way. So I've tried several different things. I have tried completely ignoring it, pretending like it did not happen. I have tried gently holding his hand and saying, no, we do not hit. I don't yell at him when he does it. No, we do not hit. I have even just like that, lightly smacked his hand, say, no, we do not hit as I hit your hand. So I understand that. I have tried that, which he's not old enough, but I've tried this method with Beckett where we say things like, it is okay to be upset. It is not okay to be mean. It is not okay to hit. It's, it's okay. I know you're upset, but we're not going to do this. Or I know that you are angry. I know that this upsets you. I know that you want this bought. But you can't really do that with a 17-month-old. They don't really, you can't rationalize with them in that way. So I'm stumped. I am absolutely stumped. And here's the thing. He is worse when we are in front of people because he knows that he can get away with it. Because if we're like in a store or a restaurant or at church or something, and he wants something and he's throwing a fit, then I'm going to give it to him so he does not disrupt everyone's meal or does not disrupt church or, whatever. So we have that issue. Now at home, I do not give in. I'm not giving in until he calms down, is not screaming and asks me for it, saying please or whatever. So I just need your advice. Have you had a child that is a hitter? What did you do? He might need alone time. I don't know, Mom. He doesn't ever have alone time. Maybe he is overstimulated. I kind of want to hit people when I feel overstimulated. Maybe. I've got to put a pink T-Rex on this. That is so cute. A pink T-Rex, and I don't know what these other ones are. I'm horrible with dinosaurs. All these kids who know all the dinosaur names, I'm like, I know a Triceratops. That one I can identify. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Okay, so I'm going to put this one on really, really, really close. These have holes for stringing because they're beads, but they're like on the sides. I thought it would still be really cute. Okay. Put that on there. I would say as the fourth, he is probably just trying to let you know he's there. Don't give in when out in public. Remain from situation and address. Yes, for sure. I do agree with that. The child, well, first of all, my kids cannot stand to hear him cry. Like, cannot stand it. So they give in 24/7. Look at this. So cute. I'm dying. It's so cute. But I'm not blaming my children for his behavior by any means. Like that's not what I'm doing. Stay consistent. It's tricky since every child is different. Not all methods work for every child. Some kids need firm discipline. Some need gentle discipline. I hope you find something that works. Me too. And here's the other thing. Like I obviously have parented long enough. I don't have totally grown children, but I have children who have gone through different seasons, especially a season similar to this. And so I do understand that parenting is a lot about seasons. And it's something that I'll look back in, I don't know, maybe 8 months or 6 months and be like, whew, I'm glad that's over. I didn't see it come through that. But I do understand that kids just go through different things. And I'm not exasperated, but I do feel kind of like I'm wringing my hands, not really knowing what to do. Well, dang it. Slay. Okay. Cute. I would love to know why my hands are shaking so bad. It's the Myers shake. My father has cursed me. Where's that? It's just my left hand. What in the world? Thank you, Stacy. That's so sweet. They must stop giving in. He will feel like all he needs to do to get what he wants is cry. They're teaching him to cry. Oh, absolutely, 100%. That's what they're doing. Yes, for sure. He is so loud. Oh my gosh. You know the alert on your phone or your watch when, it might be on your phone too, when it's too, like your environment is too loud and it tells you to turn down whatever because the decibels are exceeding what's recommended and all that stuff. If Pearson is crying and near you, then your watch goes off. Like he is, and it's always been that way. I'm telling you, the kid has lungs of an opera singer or something. I'm not really sure. It's so loud. But man, he is cute. Cute. I'm telling you, I don't even want to, we're not going to be able to give these away. They're so cute. Look at this one. Slay. So cute. Okay, so I did Slay, I did You Are Awesome, I did the MD, Jesus Loves You. I've got a rainbow one left, right? I haven't done the rainbow one yet. Okay, we'll do one more. Believe in yourself. And rainbows are one of my favorite things ever. I love traditional rainbows. I love like hobo looking rainbows. All of the different, I mean, you know I love color. It's no secret that I love color. So if you can just throw them all together on purpose, it just makes my day. And Fallon is the same way. And I don't know if I've told you this or not, but when we went to tour Beckett and Fallon's new school, you know that we were all very apprehensive about it all. But we went to tour Beckett and Fallon's new school, and when we walked in, everything is rainbow there. I mean, the stripes down the hall that are like permanently there are rainbow. The floor is rainbow. There are tiles that are all different rainbow colors. All of the lockers are different colors of the rainbow. There are banners that are permanently hung up that are, I mean, it's just, so like we kind of walked in and we were like, okay. Felt really nice. Okay, what color is in our cute little rainbow? But here as our background color. I was going to say white, but the clouds are white, and so I don't want it to. How about blue, like the sky? And of course, I should have painted this so that I could hot glue on. So I'll blow on it and let it dry for a little bit before I hot glue. Okay. I mean, that is so easy. Let me look up really quickly. I want to see if there are more of these. I know it's got to be so hard to let him cry, though. I would cry with him. So, Lorraine, listen, for me, it's not a big deal because I'm one of those moms that, like, cry it out mom. Like, obviously, there's a difference in cries. There are scared cries. I would not let Pearson cry out for that. There are, like, I'm so mad, I'm going to stop breathing cries. But, like, in general, all my kids slept through the night at 7 weeks, except Pearson, because that child does not cry it out. He does not. He does not stop. Masters Touch acrylic markers. Okay, 24 piece Hobby Lobby. Is this a 24? Yes, that's 24 piece. I want to see if they have. I don't want those at prom by any means. Absolutely not. 108 pack. No, that's not it. Okay. I'm not seeing any other than this particular pack with the brush tip. Now there are the bullet tips, but I don't want the bullet tip. I want that brush tip. But these are some nice colors. Master's Touch twin tip brush markers, but they're not acrylic markers. It's just a brush marker. And there is a difference. The brush markers come out like a marker. It's not, it doesn't have, like, it's more translucent. You can see more through it, as if you were painting this with a Crayola marker or something like that, like a standard marker. And so this is paint. That's sad. Master's Touch, if you're watching, we want more colors. We want smaller tips in the acrylic markers. Very impressed. Can you show us close when you're done, please? I'm on my phone and can't see them very well. Yes, I will. Absolutely. Let me see how dry this is. Okay, pretty good. Let's put this sticker on here. Put it down. You all, Fallon has been sick the last 2 days. And I had to send her to school this morning because she has teacup. She doesn't have a fever. But her little cough sounds absolutely awful. And her breathing sounded a little labored. Not horrible, but a little bit. And traditionally, if I had had time, I would have done, a breathing treatment. But of course, we're like minutes from being late to school and having to run out and everything. So I messaged Tasha, who is our pediatrician's nurse, and said, at what age do we change from a nebulizer to a inhaler? And she was like, Fallon's old enough. I was like, can we please just do that right now? It would be so much nicer to take a hit and go, than sit there for 10 or so minutes to do this whole nebulizer treatment and for albuterol. And so we got that called in. I went to her school today and right before lunch gave her a little dose of it. So I'm hoping that makes her feel better, especially because she's got this tournament on Saturday and she's not going to not want to play. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I have finished these. Did I want to do, what time is it? 2:07. Let's do you guys want to do one more before I get off here? I can do one with all of these letters. What should it say? Let's paint first. We'll do this one. And let me paint this yellow again. And then I understand this is not softball green. Anyway, I'll do a word. What word am I going to do? Home run. I kind of want to do home run, but that's really long. Let's see if I can find all the letters really quickly. And then if I can, and it will fit on there, then I'll do home run. Home. TR. I can't tell if that's a W. I think it's a W. Home. E. Are you in? Okay, so I need the H. Hey, that was a whole lot easier than I thought. And I think they will all fit on here. So me and Anna are dugout coaches. So traditionally, you want your kids to do chants, right? And they do all of these. I'm sorry, they're stupid. I cannot stand them. There's this one that they're like, her name is 17. Her number is Kinsley, even though we're mixed up. And I think it is absolutely moronic. And I can't stand it. Anyway, the problem that we're having at the moment is that Anna and I are trying to teach the girls that stuff is fun. However, we need to make sure that we are ready and paying attention to batting lineups and things like that. Like, that's what we're most interested in at the moment. Like, do we know how many outs we have? Do we know how many people are on base? Do we know how many runs we're down or we're up, or all of that fun stuff? And then we'll get into memorizing the chants and all of that stuff. We just want the girls, obviously, to cheer for their teammates, but they don't have to do that in learning all of these chants. And we end up they end up screaming these chants, like absolutely screaming it. So when I'm trying to tell the children, hey, you're supposed to be on deck, or hey, you're in the hole, and I'm screaming over them because they're all chanting, it's just, oh my gosh, it's a challenge. But we have the best group of girls this year. I'm not kidding. Parents, girls, I have so enjoyed. Generally, there's like one kid on the team I kind of want to wring their neck or something, you know. There isn't one this year. There was one girl who played with us last year, and I love her to death. I love her to death. She asked me after this, the second tournament, I think it was the third game in the second tournament, how do we score again? How do we get points? I'm like, how do we make a run? Like, what do you, huh? What? And then I have to remind myself that a lot of these girls can't even tie their own shoes, right? Like these children are babies and they're learning. And so it's just such it's a fun age. It really is. We absolutely love travel softball and getting to be with everybody all weekend, and it's such a good time. Home run. Home run. Let's take this right here and make some laces. Let them chant, but stand in their lineup and be ready to bat. If they would do that, then I would allow them. I have said to them, I can't even tell you how many things that I have done to try to make the process more easy. Or I have gotten the helmet holder thing, you know, where there's a card and you put your helmet in it, and if you don't have your helmet in there, then your fielding mask and your glove are in there to, you know, change out. Well, that just never worked. Then I got the bat holder so that bats will line up, and the same little girl who asked about runs always comes up to me, where's my bat? I'm like, you had your bat. What did you do? And then I finally said, look, I love you more than my life, but I am not the keeper of your bat. You need to keep up with your bat. It's not, there are 11 of you. Keep up with your bat. Yes, but the chants, oh my gosh. Well, those laces are wonky. Those girls won't care though. Look how cute. Cute! Anyway, I'll give you a close-up. Thanks for crafting with me today. I love projects like this. Easy wins. And honestly, most of you probably have so much of this stuff in your craft room or something that you can do similarly with this, that you can easily make these with your kids or for students or for teammates, or, you know, you could do these in Sunday school too. That would be a fun thing to do, you know, teach your kids about kindness, some lesson related to that, make these as your craft, and then encourage them throughout the week to place them on different friends at school's bags, and pray for those children, and different things like that. So there are so many different ways that you can run with this, but let me give you a close-up of these. Oh, sorry, I just kicked the stick here. Look how cute. So fun. All right, thank you all. We will see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your day.